So, next one. The border crossing went way smoother than we thought, so that's a good thing. Actually, it was pretty clean. In my opinion, it was cleaner than Morocco. I mean, next to the road and the desert. And look where we are now. Doesn't feel like a retarded country at all. Let's add one.
Welcome to Mauritania.
Hi again. So we're here with our video log. For the moment we're in Mauritania. Yeah.
We just crossed the border today.
Yeah. This morning around 11 and around 1:30 we passed it. So went actually very smooth, very smooth. We were a bit surprised. It's a lot of paperwork and passing here, passing there, but we didn't have to queue anywhere. Nobody made us any difficulties. It was very easy.
Yeah, we were joking that we didn't even have the time to eat anything.
Yeah, but it's true.
Because it was just filled with work.
Yeah, going from left to right and making sure everything was stamped and signed. So that's done. So we're in Mauritania now. Yeah, and we got lucky. We found an overlander. There was a camp spot, camping camp spot. They said so. We tried it out, and it's an amazing spot. Really, it's very nice here. We have the sea next to our tent. Really. Super.
A room with a view.
A room with a view, that's for sure.
Or a view with a room. Yeah.
So good. So what happened in the meantime? Yeah. So after we met Frederik, we decided to ride together till Dakhla. So after the campsite, we took off and went direction coast. Yeah. So we went direction west to get as fast as possible to the coast. It was not a boring road, but still it was like a lot of kilometers, like straight road and left desert, right desert. It was not very spectacular, but still it was riding, so it was fun to do.
Maybe it's worth mentioning there was like really one camping or camp spot that we stayed at. Run by a local Berber guy. We'll give a link to it in the description of the video, because I think we liked it because he had like the passion in what he was doing. It was very basic, so it wasn't anything, I don't know, super
Fancy.
luxury, but it was more than enough for us. And actually we thought that if we had more time we would have stayed there more than one night. It was really good. I don't dare to pronounce the name of the place.
Anyway, we'll mention it. We'll look it up and mention it again. But what also was very nice to hear, the guy was completely independent. I mean, he didn't have any electricity connection, no water connection, no nothing. You know, everything that was there. There was electricity, there was running water, there was a shower, toilet, everything was there and very clean. But he wasn't connected to any net, so it was a very nice initiative. And bit by bit he's expanding it and making it a bit bigger. So really, if you're in Morocco around there, it's surely worth staying a night there. It's a very cool place. So we arrived at the coast and we started to go down south, direction Dakhla, because that was a spot we, you know, first of all wanted to visit, have a look there. Second of all, we would meet up with Anna from Field World there. So, but we were a bit ahead of her, so we wanted to stay there a couple of days. Anyway, on the road there, the night before, I think, before we arrived there, we decided to do some wild camping near the coast. But that turned out not to be a very good idea. So first of all, the military came when we had put up tent. Those guys we could convince. He said, yeah, okay, good, here's my phone number, my post is half a kilometer further, if there's anything wrong, just call me.
And he called his supervisor, so they also knew that we were there and they agreed to that.
So it was confirmed. So we put up tent, we went to bed, and really we were really...
Oh, it was a very good night's sleep. I think all of us just fell asleep immediately. And
anyway, around midnight, sirens and honking of a car. So gendarmerie came there, and with those guys there was no discussion. We had to break up tent and move out. So it was, you know, midnight.
Foggy and soaking wet.
Yeah, everything was soaking wet because of the fog and the mist. So it was not a very pleasant breaking up tent. On top of that, so they escorted us to a campsite nearby. I mean, nearby, it was 20 kilometers or something.
I think even more than 30, but 30. It was a long ride, especially in the fog at night.
So anyway, they escorted us there, and it turned out like it was just 4 walls, you know, like a terrain surrounded by walls, in sun in the middle, and no facilities, no nothing. But still, we had to pay for it. So
not much, but still.
Not much, and also after discussion, because in the beginning it was more. So that was a bit a disappointing night and tiring night, because the next day we decided to move on directly to Dakhla, so that was a 500 kilometer ride that day. So it was pretty heavy. Yeah, a long stretch. Then we arrived with Frederik in Dakhla. Also a bit strange city, also a bit, but we had a campsite, or overlander pointed us out at a campsite out of the city, where overlanders or, you know, van life people tend to stay. So we checked it out, but we arrived there when it was dark. And there was like a small area of that spot that's like a bit private, and they told us there was a toilet, but I didn't test it or checked it out, but Agatha tested it or tried it, and, you know, it was not really worth paying the money to stay on that small private piece of land. So we decided next morning to move out there and to move to the, let's say, free spots amongst the camper van
10 meters
yeah.
next to
10 meters. So we stayed a couple of days there. Also actually a very nice day. So first day was a bit, you know, like you need to find everything, and but starting from the second day we got installed, and you know, we found water and we could take shower, not real shower, but there was a warm water well, and there was a tap, so we could take a warm shower. Jo, zwaar. So actually it was a nice day. We rested. Actually we rested very well there.
Oh yeah.
We didn't do
It was
shit.
actually the difficult, I mean not difficult, but you get so settled in that it's like, packing is like strange. But I think it was high time to hit the road, so Frederick needed to go back.
Frederick needed to turn back. He needed to start work half of November, so he needed to go back. But in the meantime, Anna caught up with us, so she joined us. And then we took off. We said goodbye to Frederick. Anyway, Frederick, thank you for the good time together. It was a very nice ride and very nice talk, so thank you. Anyway, so we set on the road for Mauritania, because that was our plan, to cross the border together. But we couldn't make it in one day, the distance. So sounds like war is starting here. We couldn't make the distance in one day, so we did it in 2 days and decided to stay like 80 kilometers in front before the border. And we stayed in a hotel.
Very nice one, actually.
Yeah, very nice. Also an Overlander mentioned. It was cheap also. It was pretty cheap, and it was very nice. It didn't look nice on the outside, but
inside it was very nice.
It was very
with
clean.
This
everything was there.
With green.
We stayed. Even yesterday evening, we only went to bed around midnight, so it was very pleasant there in the garden, and it was relaxing. So it was nice.
It's shooting here. Chassé interdit.
So good. So this morning we took off. We had like an hour of driving to the border. Everything went smoothly. We passed through.
Moroccan border took like 1 hour.
Yep, Moroccan border 1 hour.
No man's land, believe it or not. There is a stretch of tarmac, no car wrecks, and only, I think, 25% was this stony, sandy
track. The rest
but
is
nothing
asphalt.
compared to what it used to be years ago. So, and yeah, everything is changing. Actually, that was also worth mentioning. In Morocco or Western Sahara, everything is changing. They are developing like crazy. They are building new cities. It looks like building new cities, new roads. Joris was joking that some roads are even better than in Belgium, because they are.
It wasn't a joke. They just are.
That's true. So you can actually see that, and the same in Mauritania.
Yeah.
I was surprised how clean it is. I mean, it's not squeaky clean, but again, it has changed. So
yeah, it's very pleasant.
Pleasant surprise. This way, really.
Okay.
Maybe it's also worth mentioning that a lot of people are afraid of traveling through southern parts of Morocco or Western Sahara region. But there's nothing to be afraid of. You don't need convoys or anything, nothing like that. All the checkposts that are there are everyone is super friendly.
Yeah, especially the military, the gendarmerie, police, everybody is very friendly.
Yeah, they check the documents. You can give them the passport copies or fish. But yeah, it's really nothing to be afraid of.
No. Same for Mauritania. There's nothing special here. I mean, nothing special. It's nice, and it's different. But there's nothing to be afraid of. Nothing at all. It's a normal country. Very normal. Good. So in the coming days, we'll be moving further to the capital. We'll stay there probably 2 nights and try to arrange some visa we need in the
for the next countries.
The next countries, see what's possible. We also found a very nice hotel.
Promising, at least.
Yeah. But there's a lot of good comments, so we'll see. So
yeah, and
we're moving on.
Moving on direction Senegal. So
yeah, finally we can buy a beer again.
Yeah. We shouldn't be mentioning that.
Okay. Okay.
We'll cut this out or
Yeah,
not.
maybe.
Maybe.
Good. So thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.